And then on Monday as well, 7 o'clock, we have got Grundius versus Halfling Helper. That match in the upper bracket. Going to be determining... Let me just make sure my facts are straight here before I start spewing nonsense. Yeah, that's going to go to the winners' finals, setting up for either Roll or Belial. Match yet to be scheduled. This, of course, is a lower bracket match between Storm and SpaceNarc. Germany versus Canada. Losers done. Winner will go on to face either Narga or the winner of Cooney versus Zeroth. Good luck to both runners. Ninja Village underway. Shard game, if you so desire, in chat. SpaceNarc, the lone shard earner in game number 1 to the tune of a single shard. Storm gets none, and Narc gets 1. Is this even game 2? Are we just watching game 1 all over again? No, it's game 2. Game is stingy. We know who the Demon King prefers, and the answer is SpaceNarc. Autumn Hills actually saw a fair bit of separation between the runners. SpaceNarc did get a second phase. Leaf Golem, unfortunately, was a little bit too aggressive on his positioning and took a hit. Lost out on the DPS. But also a lot of just race nerves, I would argue, before Spike Tower. After Spike Tower, their Autumn Hills were actually pretty close. So we'll see how it pans out in game number 2. A little bit of an early advantage here for Storm, but he had to go all the way right to collect shards. That allows Narc to actually get into the room at approximately the same time. So despite that early deficit, a little bit of better shard collection. That one homie shard paying some dividends. No health required this time for Narc. He did take a hit off of Fireball Kappa. In game number 1, went for that health refill, which doesn't really lose you time. Alpha Plant enjoyers. Checkpoints acquired for both runners. Getting moists for the first time. See how the damage boosts fare. There in the spiky spinner right in the face. It's almost synced here coming out of this this swim room. Damage boost should be good for both. Oh no, Storm actually was down to 2 HP, so he ended up having to go under. I missed where he took that damage, but that allows SpaceNarc to actually get the advantage coming over Spike Tower. You know, lead change in Autumn Hills. Alright, Firefly Room has caused some hiccups for runners. No hiccups for these runners. They are professional gamers. Ooh, but a hiccup off the green Kappa for Narc ended up dropping down. And another lead change. Storm back ahead in the hills of Autumn. Seemed like a bit of a weird pattern on that spike ball for Narc as well, as a result of that. But he handled it well. Hardest room of the game. Complete. Both runners successfully getting the slash jump. No stump jump for either runner. So that is a 1 for 4 between the two runners. SpaceNarc was the one that got it in game number 1 and also got a knockback there, down to 2 HP. Losing a little bit of time here in Autumn Hills to Storm. Not too much. Storm having his fair share of small bits of spaghetti as well. 1 HP for Narc. Question mark. Damage boost off of little green gamer boy there. Might be just a little bit panic-inducing for Narc, if nothing else, even though there isn't a whole lot that's going to get in the way here. And cause the death. Or even gets the health refill off the lantern. Nice. He's fine. Question Narc Flash picked it up. Storm first into the Golem of the Leaf. See how it goes for Narc in particular. Just because of the hiccup in game 1. He's inching close again. That aggressive play and the last second duck down. He will save at least 2 frames on Storm. .611 Autumn Hills exit versus a 6:14. So only 3 seconds separation between the runners. As we head into Forlorn, the jump program, if you will. I wish, TJ. Hey, Dino. Want to buy me a pizza for commentary today? I'll do both matches tomorrow if you get me a pizza. All right, back into Catacombs. Neither runner is stepping on Necro. Ooh, Sticky Ninja down into the spikes for Narc. Cycle. He's fine. He's fine. I'm not panicking, you're panicking. Barring a health refill here, which he does not go for, he will not be able to do the butt boost here, though. So he's going to lose just a few seconds of time to Storm on the basis of that. I believe got butt boost. I was watching Narc's screen. Peripheral looked like he did, but I'm now questioning myself. Always a little bit spooky when you come into here on 2 HP with these spikes. Seasoned runners, probably not as spooked. Seasoned commentator, still spooked. Everything's good. We're through. We did see some differentiation between the RNG in terms of Ruxin. Both runners missed Badonkadonk. Storm got low, Space got high. 3 damage boost for Storm is good. Narc doing a good job keeping the pressure here on Storm, which may have made a difference in game 1 until the DK skip. May not have. Who knows? I'd like to assume that the runners are watching and then that kind of thing matters. Alright. Badonk for Storm. Setup starts at 8:32 and whiffs. Will Narc even go for it, or will he just commit to the drop down? He commits? No. Thought he was going to commit. He went for the Badonk. Almost had it, actually. Didn't quite get the slash on that lantern. So both runners going for it, both runners missing it in both races. That's a 0 for 4 on Badonks. If you are a fan of Badonks, I regret to inform you. So far, none will be seen today. If this goes to a game 3, we might see one. If it doesn't, then we will not. This is the only game on the match today, on schedule today. As we are kind of closing in on the back end of the tournament here. Winners finals will be determined in very short order. Losers finals just behind that. No balls of steel for either runner, by the way. Oh, Sticky Ninja for Narc. He's going to have... Yeah, okay. He might have been able to make that, but I respect the decision to just wait it. Does lose 8 years, though. Which is tragic. Not on PB pace for Narc, by the way. Let's see the red timer. High Ruxton for Storm. It's a 10:04 kill. And approximately a 10:04 start for Narc. Who also gets High Ruxton, right? High Ruxton. I'd like to see it. Playing fair. 16-second separation as we leave Catacombs. So Storm eking out a bit of a lead here, largely because of that one cycle miss from Narc. And a little bit of cleaner movement throughout. But still keeping the pressure on. Bamboo Creek. Will Tree Room strike again for SpaceNarc, who recovered nicely, by the way. But it did cause him a little bit of, shall we say, trepidation. And good for both runners here at the start. Shirk can throw into the switch. Nothing really notable to point out here. They're both playing clean in the early goings of Bamboo. A miniature vacation. All right, Tree Room for Storm. Yeah, he misses it. Gets into the spikes, drops down. Oh, the cheeky turnaround slash onto the lever. Playing with my heart, but he survives. Narc is through Tree Room cleanly. BC11 beginning for Storm. Very aggressive, very clean, very nicely done. Steel Heart successful as well. Approximately a 58th departure from that room for Storm. Worth noting because the slower setup here for Narc and the miss on the one tile. Straight to the elevator. I like that decision from Narc. Having missed it, just going straight for the backup. Not gonna, lose more time to more attempts at BC11. It will cost some time, of course. I believe the time loss is roughly January, the rest of January. But Narc's still definitely in a position to put pressure on Storm here for forcing a game 3. Now, aside from DK skip in Grotto in game number 1, Narc was actually catching up a decent chunk of time on Storm's Grotto, so keep an eye out for that. As it's a 13:01 shop departure for Storm. We did have a 16-second separation as we headed into Bamboo Creek. Probably going to be close to 25, give or take. Yeah, 15, 25. So not too bad. Not too bad. That the time loss for Narc in Bamboo Creek was pretty much entirely DK skip. Otherwise, he's kept pace with Storm throughout Bamboo Creek. Nice weave from Narc. Just a light tap on the wingsuit attack at the bottom end. Very, very close to a God weave. DK skip is good for Storm. Remember, Narc missed it in game 1. Took a death. And had that not happened, could have very well have been the difference maker. Given that Storm finished with a 30:48. And Narc's PB on speedrun.com is a 30:51. So here we go, DK skip. Is it in his head? Or is he good to go for it? He is going for it. That wraparound looked good. This looks much... Yeah, it's not even close. Not even close. Clean as a whistle. Ooh, Sticky Ninja for Storm on the God Eat attempt. Went a little bit high. Nice corners here from Narc. In Grotto. You can tell he's put a lot of time into Grotto. Does get knocked back off that Kappa, though. Whiffed the slash, didn't get the kill. Storm, that room that he's in right now, he had a little bit of trouble with in game 1. That was clean this time. Over to green Kappa and through to another wind tunnel room. And onward at a, we're going to call this a 1520. High 1520 entrance to the Emerald and Golden fight. Oh, I was just about to say that was a clean room from Narc, but then he ended up jumping up onto the wall above the Kappa. Lost a second or two there. Not a commentator's curse, because the mistake happened before I could say it. Count to 7. Good job, Storm. About 29 seconds. Yeah, so Narc hasn't lost really much time here to Storm in Grotto. I thought it was Psychic Comp. Wow. I didn't realize I had that kind of power. Phase 1 is done for Storm. Down to 2 HP. Possibly concerning. Yep, down to 1 HP, but the fast kill takes the phase tank and then just absolutely demolishes Phase 2. SpaceNarc also able to count to 7. Also on 2 HP. See how the RNG plays out here. I like that little inch forward. Recognizing the position that he wants. Climbing up. Misses the wingsuit attack, but gets the face tank as well. Lost just a little bit of time on phase 2 to Storm, but not much. Well handled. Holding right, as you do in Quillstream. Name of the game, hold right. Wingsuit attack. If you're ever in doubt, wingsuit attack. That's Quillstream for you. And don't take damage, forehead. Or pick up an extra checkpoint, one of the two. So we did see Storm lose a decent chunk of time to Queen of the Quills. Game number 1 actually ended up not being able to knock her off the rings at the start of the fight and got the spore phase, I guess you would call it. Where she's throwing her hallucinogens down on you that want to turn you into a mushroom. But after that, he was able to clean it up very quickly with the right pattern, and Narc got left. So we'll see how RNG plays out as well as the opening for Storm. Nice little duck down for the shuriken throw. Pretty clean so far from both runners. Nothing really of note to point out in terms of mistakes. It's all been just very solid Quillstream play. Like, you could probably point to some minor optimization stuff. Like that right there from Storm, where he just went for the climb instead of the shuriken throw that a lot of runners do. And taking the damage there, but like, small stuff. Saves the shuriken for that lever, and is through. Does get the bird wingsuit. Fully room. Is a 2-3 hitter. 1 HP, but does get the checkpoint, so he's fine. There's the shuriken throw I was talking about on SpaceNarc's side. And cleaner damage boost there as well off of the mushroom head. Does get an extra hit, though, off of the projectile. Causes him to lose just a little bit. Like the steel heart variant there, instead of the bird boost variant. Fully room, by the way, is a 2-hitter. So Narc will catch up a little bit of time on that as the Quillstream fight begins roughly at 1938. For Storm, this time he's in cleanly with the slashes and the cloud steps. side start into right side. Pretty good. Should be good for Storm. He's even got 2 shurikens for the throw. Only throws 1. Because he's David Caruso in CSI Miami. And doesn't look at explosions as he walks away from them. That's a 10, 30, so 22, 32 second separation. As of the start of the Colstrom fight. Left side start for Narc. Does have it cleanly managed. Ooh, that's left twice for Narc. Unfortunate on the RNG. Won't lose a ton of time to this, but in a position where you're already 30 seconds behind entering Craig's, so a runner of Storm's caliber, it's not something you want those little small RNG things to go in your favor. So we'll see how Collis and Sousis play between the runners as we have acquired rope dart / grappling hook / hook shot / We'll see how Storm's Craigs go. I imagine he probably wasn't terribly happy with the way the first half of Craig's went for him in game number 1. Not that it was bad, but like, I've been to enough Storm streams to know that minor mistakes, like, he gets kind of upset about it sometimes, which is valid, right? Like, you're a rank 5 runner. Those small things start to matter. Looking pretty good so far. As I say that, he's sticky ninjas and has to wait for the gamer cycle. Anything that rotates around a platform, canonically, in any video game is a gamer. Thanks, Metroid. Alright, Narc goes for the second ascension, as I shall henceforth refer to it. Geemer, Geemer. That's what they're called in Metroid. The ones that rotate around the platforms. Could call them gamers, though. 22-20 entrants for Collis and Sousis. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to mark it at start of Glacial. That way we'll get an idea on boss RNG as well. I did not see whether Storm got the teleport here, so we'll see whether or not Narc gets it. Storm is in on the Collis and Sousis fight. Looking, yeah, he's got a boulder here. That should be dead Sousis. Was that a portal for Narc? My eyes trying to cover too many things. Collis is done. Ooh, but he gets the team attack. That's an F. Yeah, okay, so 1305, 2305, 2306 kill, roughly, for Storm. Not a toilet paper, but an amazing left side. Got it. I didn't see the smoke. I didn't see the smoke coming out of the ears. That looked close. Nah, he was like 2 hits away. Unfortunate. 2345 kill, though. Keeping the pressure on. You know, only 40 seconds behind Storm. He's not bleeding a lot of time. It's just little bits here and there. Storm is doing enough to play well and just eke out these small advantages that Narc's just not able to take advantage of. You know, the mistakes that Storm does make. Because Storm's doing enough to make up for whatever mistakes he's making. And Narc's playing clean for his level, like, absolutely. Not seeing a whole lot of... Okay, well, as I say that, that room went actual... just straight up terrible, but that's okay. Took way too much damage there. He's fine. Settles it down, gets the wingsuit attack on the bird. Clean through that room. You love to see the mental recovery like that from runners. When a room goes completely sideways and it doesn't get to them. They just carry on. If you can hear the snowblowers in the background, I apologize. They are loud. I can hear them through my headphones. They're like around a corner. You're getting dumped on with snow here, by the way. We've had probably 6 centimeters or so since this morning. Temperatures dropped like 10 degrees. Looking clean for Narc here in Glacial so far. After that one room, been playing very well. Doing what he needs to do to keep the pressure on, but at this juncture, it is going to take a pretty catastrophic mistake, I would figure, from Storm, who has tightened things up since game 1, for sure. Based on feel, like, I don't remember what time Storm entered TOT with. Tater tots, if you will, in game number 1, but like just on feel, I'd say he's like close to 30 seconds faster than game 1. That was what, a 26:15 start-ish? Hail Mary, quite contrary. Incoming for Storm, left side of your screen. Whoop, whiffs on the climb, so he just resets the Wizrobe positioning. Heads up play. Hot stop! Storm got the clip through the Crusher, but couldn't take advantage of it and ended up dropping down. Yeah, Narc lost like 2 seconds. Maybe 1 second to Storm's Glacial Lake. Bananas play from Narc right now. Storm as well, obviously. But I'm Canadian. I have to be biased towards the Canadian runner, just how it is. I don't apologize. Okay, I do a little bit. No health drop for Storm, so French connection is out of the picture. Hail Mary good for Narc, by the way. Okay. I thought that looked just a little weird on Narc's side, but he knew what he was doing. I didn't. Oh, that Wizrobe positioning, both Wizrobes trying to spawn on the corner. Prevents him from getting around. Rude. Alright, Cooney Cycle Room, opportunity here for Narc to improve on the last run. If he goes for it, he does not. Okay, so that's just a strat he doesn't go for. I wasn't too sure whether or not he missed it in game 1 or if it's something he doesn't go for, but you could tell. You could tell. It's just not something he goes for. Does get the health drop though, 4 HP. Baguette strats incoming for Narc, ideally. Ojos of the Dojos. Storm. Yeah, Baguette. You get it, Narc. Alright, so Storm has 2 things, basically, that can go sideways for him. The Crystal Views are right here. Oh, we actually got to cave the ninja a bit of a pedicure. But he did get through it. Also, Laser Skip. If Storm takes a hit on Laser Skip, that's going to make Arcane Golem fairly interesting and could give Narc the window of opportunity he needs to steal this and force a game 3. Definitely not in the bag yet for Storm, but he does get Laser Skip, and that's going to make it hard for Narc. Storm has to absolutely spaghetti this fight. Like he's just learning 8-bit. And I don't think that's going to happen. Ooh, rude Wizrobes for Narc in this Tower of Time. Just spawning in extremely inconvenient places. Alright, Arcane Golem fight beginning for Storm. Yeah, this is looking to be a pretty close to, if not more than 30. Yeah, this is like 40 seconds faster than game 1 for Storm. Oh yeah, 30:04. He had a 30:48 in game 1, so that's a 44-second improvement between games 1 and 2. Real hard for Narc to compete against that, you know. Storm, just the more experienced player, has more aggressive strats. Narc played cleanly. It just wasn't enough. So GG, good performance from Narc nonetheless. Good progress in the tournament. Made it pretty far. Will lose out here to Storm. Yeah, he's only like, what, 8 seconds-ish behind PB at the start of this fight? Like, let's go Narc. Playing very well. Okay, it was more than 8 seconds. Not much, though. This PB is what, 30:51? Oh, yeah. 31:06. Very good. 15 seconds behind PB in a race setting. GG, buddy.